Welcome back to the 10 Commandments of Leadership. This is where recovering egoholics and emerging leaders come to grow, but not by inflating our titles, but by deepening our impact. I'm your host, Tim Alston, the world's first publicly acknowledged recovering egoholic. When you and I think of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy, most people recall towering names like Dr. Ralph David Abernathy and the Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr., but few recognize the bridge builder who helped turn dreams into deals, marches into meetings, and speeches into strategies. That man was Andrew Young, pastor, civil rights organizer, and later U.S. Congressman, later UN ambassador, later Atlanta's 55th mayor, and the co-chair of the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta. Yet, as MSNBC TV's recent documentary, Andrew Young, The Dirty Work, reminded us, Young's superpower wasn't in his charisma or his fame. It was in his willingness to serve where others wouldn't. He once said, quote, "I was willing to do the things nobody wanted to do and feeling you had the responsibility to try. I tried, but I was prepared to fail," end quote. That's the heart of silver medal leadership, serving from the middle, not from the mountaintop. For example, when Dr. King told him during the 1963 Birmingham campaign, "I need you to be our Uncle Tom because you know how to talk to white people and negotiate," Young didn't resist. He understood that leadership sometimes means being strategically misunderstood to move a mission forward. He did the hard work, making sure that the trains ran on time, coordinating the marches, bridging the gaps, and later opening diplomatic doors the world didn't even know existed. That backdrop, diplomacy, even foreshadowed last week's peace accord in the Middle East, an echo of his 1979 attempt to bring Israel and the PLO, the Palestine Liberation Organization, to dialogue, a move that cost him his UN ambassadorship, but proved prophetic decades later. Let's walk through how Andrew Young embodied each step of our silver path, the 11-step model of leading from the middle. You ready? A, awareness. He knew his role wasn't to outshine King, but to support and strategize. S, step back and allow time and circumstances to elevate you. Young patiently allowed time and circumstances to elevate him, from preacher to politician to international diplomat. I, identify opportunities where others only see problems. Where others saw dead ends, he saw doorways, especially in diplomacy as well as in urban renewal. L, lean not to your own understanding. He sought counsel constantly from elders, peers, and even his opponents. V, validate those above you and below you. Young honored his superiors like King, but also empowered young activists and staff. E, elude self-promotion. While others sought the microphones, Andrew Young preferred the mission. R, ready or get ready your successors. His mentoring helped inspire a generation of Black mayors, ambassadors, and legislators. P, patience. He waited decades for recognition, content with impact over attention. Say it again. He waited decades for recognition and was content with impact over attention. A, attitude. His optimism, rooted in faith and focus, shaped his leadership style. T, teachability. He remained a lifelong student, learning from King, Jimmy Carter, and even his critics. And finally, H, humility. A humble confidence. Get that? A humble confidence marked every stage of his journey. And it's what I felt firsthand in the 3 times that I met Andrew Young. And here's where egoholism recovering lessons for recovering egoholics and emerging leaders. Andrew Young represents the antidote to egoholism. He didn't need the title leader to lead. He didn't chase headlines. He created history quietly. In a culture obsessed with spotlight and platform, Young's legacy whispers a deeper truth. Real leadership works in the shadows with clean hands and calloused heart. Real leadership works in the shadows with clean hands and calloused heart. If egoholism inflates or deflates our sense of self, Andrew Young stayed centered, anchored in purpose, not in pride. So ask yourself these questions. Where am I resisting dirty work that might actually be destiny work? Let me say that again. Where are you and I resisting dirty work that might actually be destiny work? Who am I serving when no one's clapping? What bridge can I build today that helps someone else cross tomorrow? True leadership, like Andrew Young's, isn't about being seen. It's about being sent. True leadership, like Andrew Young's, is not about being seen. It's about being sent. You achieve your number oneness by embracing your number two-ness. Excuse me. If today's episode inspired you, then share it with a fellow emerging leader. Follow the 10 Commandments of Leadership on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And let's keep recovering together. If you did not, please take the time, make the time to see the MSNBC TV's documentary, Andrew Young, The Dirty Work. It will inspire. It will cause you to emote and cry. It will cause you to scratch your head and say, how did he do that? But it will also make you say, I've got a role model for doing the dirty work. This is Tim Alston. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.